Welcome back, guys. The YUGIOH Challenge Brothers back again with another video. This time we're going to do something new. We're going to start doing some deck profiles of our own decks we make and we actually play with against each other. And today I'll be showing you guys my Blue Eyes White Dragon deck, and I'll go over like some combos and cards you can use and how you can play this deck. So without further ado, let's get this deck profile on the way. So the first cards you're gonna need in this deck are 3 Blue Eyes White Dragon cards. These are gonna be your base. These cards, you don't really want them to draw them in your first hand, but this is your base to get everything started. This is how I play my Blue Eyes White Dragons. It's 3. I usually play 3, and then I play 2 Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragons. You know, easy. Just show them the blue eyes and then summon this card, special summon it, and then you can use it as fat pop a card. Then if you have another label 8 monster, you can go into XYZ summoning. But I'll show you that later. Alright, so those. And then I only run 1 Dragon Spirit of White, just 1. I just use this card to basically clear back row for my opponent. It's a pretty good effect because it banishes in the back, and then it has a quick effect that I contribute it and special summon the blue eyes from my hand to the field. But I just only play 1 of that. And then I play 2 Maidens with Eyes of Blue, 2. And I play 2 Sages with Eyes of Blue. You know, usually a move I would do is, if I have these 2 cards in my hand, the move I do is I'll summon Maiden with Eyes of Blue, use the effect of Sage of Eyes of Blue, and then target this, effect goes on, and then this effect goes on, and boom, then you can summon 2 Blue Eyes White Dragons and then go into XC summoning. Yeah. And then other monsters I use 3 White Stones of Legends. You know, I basically just use them to discard them and get a Blue Eyes, you know, or to be a tuner and get a synchro monster. I use 3 of those, and then I use 2 White Stone Ovations. I mean, you can play with this. You can go 2 or 3. You can do both 2 or both 3, whatever you like, guys. But for me, usually works for 2, you know. That's for these. And then I play 1 Chaos Dragon Levineer. I'm thinking about adding 1 more because it's such a good card, guys. Since in my deck, my main thing is discarding. My purpose of my deck is discarding, so my graveyard gets filled up with lots of monsters, and I have light and dark monsters. You know, this is good. If you have light and dark, you can banish 3 of them, and then effect goes on, and then you pop 2 cards of your opponent. Or if you need, you want to go into XY summoning, you summon him and then just banish all light, I believe. Yeah, all light, and then you get a like special summon of blue eyes and defense, and then go into your XYZ summoning. Very good card. I'm seriously thinking about putting another copy of this. And then, like I mentioned, my main goal is discarding. I run dangers in my deck. I run 2 danger Bigfoots, and I also run 2 danger Thunderbirds. You know, many people like to run Thunderbird in this deck so they can go into that link monster. What's it called? Romulus. It's a pretty good card. I don't have it, unfortunately, but I would use it if I have it. But these are the cards I have, and this is what I use. I usually discard them with some spell cards I'm going to show you in a sec, but it's so awesome. Like with this, it has an effect that it can destroy a set card your opponent controls, and this, you can destroy a face-up card your opponent controls, so it's pretty good for clearing back row and monsters. Alright, and then I run 1 Danger Mothman. This is a new card for me. I'm just starting to use it, but I'm liking how it's working out, you know. It helps me like draw and discard, so that's why I added one. And then I have 2 Nebula Dragons. Very good card. I like to use this like when I have blue eyes on the field, you know, its effect. Show them, and then you can summon them in defense, but then the effects are negated. Then you can go into XYZ summoning and continue to build up right there. And I just used 2. I used to use 3, but I mean, I felt it was unbalanced, so I just stuck down to 2. Alright, and for the rest of the monsters, I play 2 Galaxy Soldiers. Maybe I might play 3 in this deck, just like to have more light monsters on the graveyard. I like to use this to discard cards in the graveyard, and then if I manage to put both, I like to put my Cyber Dragon Infinity on the field, which helps me with the negates. That's the only 2 reasons I play Galaxy Soldier in this deck, to remove, to pile up my graveyard, and to help me XY summon on Infinity. And then the last monster in this deck I play is a Galactical Spiral Dragon. I love this card. Unfortunately, when I added 2 or 3, it just felt like a break. But like when I have 1, I don't know, but it always comes and helps me out. Such a good card. And then I'm going into my spells now. Alright. The motor of this deck for me is the Melody of Awakened Dragons. That's why I play 3. I play 3 of these because it's so easy, like, to discard. Let's say you have this card, this effect could activate in the graveyard, so I would discard that. Or you can, like, discard, you know, you can discard your eggs and get the blue eyes from your hand, you know. Or you can even discard those dangers. I told you, discard those dangers, activate its effect, and pop another card. Yeah, and this, well, good thing. You can use the Melody of Awakened Dragon to search for Chaos Dragon Levineer. And you can search, obviously, Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon and Blue Eyes White Dragon. You can search for these cards awesomely with the Melody of Awakening Dragons. Such a good card. That's why it must be number 3. 3 copies in this deck in order for this deck to run smoothly. So 3 of Melody of Awakening Dragons. And then I play, of course, I play 3 trade-ins, because we're running a lot of level 8s in this deck. We're running all these level 8s. We're running the Blue Eyes, the Alternative, the Chaos, the Bigfoot, the Thunderbird, and the Nimbula, you know, all these level 8s. And for the danger monsters, if you use trading on them, it's so good because you get to +2 cards, and then you activate their effect, which you can destroy face up or a set, and you know, such a good card. And then I also play just 1 Dragon Shrine. Lets me send my blue eyes to my graveyard, and then I can send the egg to get the blue eye to my hand, you know. That's what I use. I just use 1. In this deck, I play 1 Dark World Dealings, you know, just like to like fix my hand a little bit. You know, and it helps me discard 1 card too, which, again, the dangers. Or the eggs, you can discard all those eggs and, you know, have their effects in the graveyard activated. And then I play 2 cards of Common Sense, which I have 5 tuners of these dragons. So 2, I used to put 3, but I felt like 3 was unbalanced, so just 2 for this deck, you know. And then I play 2 Return of the Dragon Lords, you know, to revive my Blue Eyes, White Dragon, or any other dragons I have that are level 7 or 8 in the graveyard. And I used to run 3, but I felt like I would take 1 out and just add 1 Monster Reborn. It gives me more flexibility, you know. With this card, I can grab from both graveyards. Such a good card. Alright. And then for my last 2 spells, I play 2 Twin Twisters, again, because it lets me discard 1 card and then I can pop 2 cards. So with a combo of like of any danger you have, you know, you can pop like Thunderbird. Let's say they have 3 cards in the back row, you know, with these, discarding Thunderbird, you can pop all those 3 cards on the back, you know? Or if you discard a Endangered Bigfoot, you know, you pop 2 cards in the back and then you can destroy face-up cards that they have, which is like a monster. So very good card, you know? And I play, like, basically I use this because I play with Dark Magician's decks and they rely heavily on back row sometimes. That's why. And I only play 1 trap card, and this trap card is, I just added it. And I have, to be honest with you guys, I haven't tried it out yet. I just added it today, but I'm gonna play with it and see how it goes, because it helps me draw 3 cards and then I can discard 2 cards with including 1 danger. I have like 5 or 6 dangers right there, and then it helps me discard and then draw, so I think it'll work out very good. At the moment I don't run any hand traps, you know, I don't have any ash blossoms or that, but I feel the deck works fine like that. And now I'm gonna go into my extra deck. I play 1 Dingurusu, if I'm saying that correctly. You know, I summon him, and very cool thing about this card is that it sends 1 card to the graveyard your opponent controls. It does not target. So, and also it has a pretty auction protection effect. You know, it just discard 1 attachment and, you know, it doesn't get destroyed. This or another card, you know. And I also run a Cyber Dragon Nova, you know, to go to XYZ summon the Cyber Dragon Infinity with the 2 what are the names? The Galaxy Soldiers. Thank you, producer. You know, and go into the Cyber Dragon. I also run a Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon. It doesn't come up too much, you know, but like, let's say we have a monster that we cannot get rid of it with attack points, so just, you can summon this, attack, and then you can banish that target, you know. And the cool thing, the reason why I run this is because you don't have to use polymerization to use this. And then of course we get our 2 Synchrons, you know. I think you guys know what these do. Alright, and then you run the package of the Galaxy Eyes, you know. I run these. I also want the other Galaxy Eye Cypher Blade Dragon. I think that's what it's called. Like, you summon 1, and then you can summon the other one, pop 1 card, and then you can go into the other one and pop another card. So that's a very good way to like do a combo right there. I run Neo C107, and I also run the number 38 Hope, which is 2 level 8 monsters. And then the ace of this deck would be Draglublon, if I'm saying that, or number 97. I run 2 of them, and number 100. So the main purpose of this deck for me is just to get 2 level 8 level monsters on the field, so I can summon number 97 on the field. Let's say, for example, I have the Blue Eyes White Dragon and the Eternal Dragon, or whatever, 2 other level 8s. My move, what I usually would do is I would go into number 97, activate its effect. By discarding 1, you can get 2 number cards, and this is what I usually do. I get number 38 and number 100. So one you're going to special summon, and the other one you're going to use as attachment. So I always use number 38 as attachment and attach the number 100 to it, you know. And then I activate its effect, this card, and it gets 1,000 for each XYZ. So it'll be 8 and 1, that's 9. So that'll be 9,000 attack. And I would usually try to OTK them. You know, I would use the dangers to wipe out their traps or their monsters, and then try to OTK them. But with this deck, most of the times you're gonna run with the opportunity to have another like 4 level 8s on the field, you know, if you do the combos correctly. And if that happens, you can, what the other card I usually go into is, where is the, right here? Oh, not that one. Oh, I usually go into Dingurusu, if I'm saying that correctly. you know, Dengaruzu, and then I would have Dengaruzu number 97 and number 100. So that'd be 8 and 8. That'd be 16 plus 1, 17, 17,000 attack damage. Yep, and this is how I play my Blue Eyes deck. I was just, this is the card I'm aiming for, to get out this and this, and hopefully in bonus if I can get this out too, and also an extra bonus if I can manage to pull out Cyber Dragon Infinity. Overall, I think this deck works pretty good, you know. I don't use like other main Blue Eyes cards like a Bingo Machine, because like I don't have the budget for those cards, but I try to work with what I have, and this is what I have right now, and I really like how this deck works, you know. If you guys like this deck, or you have any mentions or comments, just, you know, leave the comments, like the video, subscribe, and yeah, we'll be doing more of these hopefully in the future for you guys. So peace.